suicide, just as we suspected. Prosecution laid out their case in the opening statement, saying this was a clear case of murder and that the body had been tampered with. Explain how you rebutted that, I guess, in your opening statement.
The body hasn't been tampered with. Physical evidence is going to be clear as a bell. There's blood all over the place. Nobody can move the body. He claims scratching buttons on the back of the pants. It just won't be there. It's just a theory that came up way after the fact, and it's just not true.
One of the things that the prosecutor said is that Angel had tried to get out of what was painted as an abusive relationship. You said what she was telling her friends and family wasn't reality. Explain that.
You'll have witnesses say, even the very day of her death, that she told her friends that she couldn't go boat riding with them because she had a stomach ache from the night before. In fact, she was with Stephen Nodine. She had told her boyfriend or date from Match.com, Mr. Bedford, she couldn't go with him on Sunday because she had other plans. She was with Stephen Nodine. She wrote a letter in response to this letter. Nodine said on Thursday, I'm in love with you. We're going to have a life together. I love Christopher. She wouldn't be candid with her friends. She wouldn't be candid with her family. Not to be demeaning, but that was just a double life she was living.
And talk about, I guess, more than about that relationship. I mean, did Steve love Angel Mounds?
Sure.
Explain that. Explain that. I mean, what does it say about that?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what Steve said about it, but I am going to tell you that, yes, Steve loved her. His son loved her. It's a sad thing. He was married. It was a wrong thing, but they had a relationship, and he is as sad as anyone else. Miss Downs took her life.
Now, the last bit of testimony that we heard, and there was fairly emotional. From a technical standpoint, how do you go about crossing someone like that without appearing to the jury that you're going after them?
Delicately. To elaborate on that a bit, yes, we are sympathetic with her, and I think that the one thing you're going to hear from the psychiatrist, that the last people you talk to about suicide victims is the family, especially if it's some question they've done it, because they don't want to accept it, which is understandable. But once they do, they will go back and see the signs. Now, as far as Ms. Bloodworth's concerned, I feel very sorry for her, I feel very sorry for the whole family, and I hope after this experience is not too painful for them and it's over soon.
Then talk a little more about the suicide then, and why you would say it's suicide. Why will your experts say that she killed herself?
One, it's a contact wound to the head with no sign of struggle. That's where you start. You have a prior suicide attempt. You have a person who was on 3 forms of depressants that day, abusing one of them, and on amphetamine going up. She had no cognitive ability. She had 3 factors that recognized out the literature in psychiatry. She had medical problems, she had financial problems, and she had distraught interpersonal relationships. Every psychiatrist that studies suicide is going to say one of those 3 factors is this. She didn't have one, she had all 3.
Thank you. What is your reaction to that emotional testimony?
I'm sympathetic to Dan's family. I hate that they have to go through this, but understand we didn't bring these charges. They did. I have an obligation